I don't like talking about mental health. I talk about it because I feel that I need to. I don't think Mo's trying to be malicious. I believe Mo's genuinely ignorant. If there was a petition to change Mental Health Awareness Month to Mental Health Awareness Year, the number one argument would be Mo. Just that. Before I continue with saying anything else, I feel like it's necessary to define a few terms so that people can understand what comes next. All the definitions I'm using I got from cmha.ca, and they're a charity that I support. The first definition is anger. So the definition of anger is feelings of anger are normal reaction to some situations beyond your control. They can also indicate that you are simply under too much stress, and it can be hard to know if you should just let your anger pass or work at getting rid of it. All of us feel angry, at least occasionally. Most of the time when we get angry, we get over it quickly because somehow we resolve the situation and our feelings of anger pass. Anger becomes a problem, however, if we bottle it up or if we blow up. Both extremes cause problems for the angry people and for those around them. Mood disorders. Mood disorders affect about 10% of the population. Everyone experiences highs and lows in life, but people with mood disorders experience them with greater intensity and for longer periods of time than most people. Depression is the most common mood disorder. A person with depression feels very low. Symptoms may include feelings of hopelessness, changes in eating patterns, disturbed sleep, constant tiredness, an inability to have fun, and thoughts of death or suicide. A major depressive disorder, usually just called depression, is different than the blues. Someone experiencing depression is grappling with feelings of severe despair over an extended period of time. Almost every aspect of their life can be affected, including their emotions, physical health, relationships, and work. For people with depression, it does not feel like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There's just a long, dark tunnel. Most people that know Mo and me will know that we bicker all the time, and most of the time it's for the entertainment of the stream. He and I both understand this as well as most of the audience who's intelligent enough to appreciate that it is just friendly and in good taste. There are a lot of people on both sides that enjoy our banter because they either do not like Mo or do not like me, and they don't see it as a joke. They actually feel that way, and they use it as an excuse to hate or harass either him or me. When I'm playing along with the smack talk, I can take it. When Mo says things like me being Jewish, fucking Jew, or cheap Jew, or whatever, about my big nose, about me being banned from competitive, mock my voice, or how I talk or explain things, it's fine. The issue is when I'm not a party to that, though. So when I'm not expecting Mo to be there, and he just shows up, just forcing this situation. So I'm there, I'm streaming, I'm frustrated, he's like not a part of this, we're not having this dialogue type of thing, and then he comes up unexpected, and I'm really not in the mood for that, and then he starts trying to like harass me in that way. There's a situation the last week which escalated. I was streaming and I was visibly irritated and frustrated. Mo went out of his way to antagonize me repeatedly or harass me. I blocked him from contacting me, and he used other methods to continue to harass me. He started with Twitch chat, moved on to Mumble, Steam chat, donation messages on Steam, and then Twitter. I wasn't going to write or anything or do a video, but I got a message in my chat last night saying that I was burning bridges. I inquired what they meant specifically, and they informed me that I've burned a bridge with Mo. So, where am I going with this? Well, there's two different ways I'm trying to go with this. The first is hopefully try to educate people about a widespread issue that might even affect them without them realizing it, or at least be understanding of other people who are affected by it. The second, if Mo or anyone else feels like I'm a bad person for having these issues, then they're not people that I want to interact with. Just period. I just come back when you develop empathy. For simplicity's sake, I'll define empathy for you too. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Which means, if I am angry or I'm frustrated, empathy for you would be to understand my frustration or anger. The way people approach Twitch chat is abysmal. There's absolutely no accountability for anything that is said. People are completely anonymous, and they can make a new account within 30 seconds. People can go into different streams and straight up harass and insult the streamer. Before someone makes some stupid comparison between this and safe space, there's a major difference between like the two things, and the fact that I have to actually explain this just alone is upsetting. Twitch chat is the default place that I can have an open dialogue with my viewers and engage in some sort of interaction. Since streaming is my job, I want to be more interactive with my chat. The more interaction I have with my chat, the more my chat's going to show up, the viewers are going to show up. The higher the viewership is, the more money I can make. It drives viewership. So what makes me not want to interact with chat is when I'm being harassed or insulted constantly. That's where there are rules in my chat. If you want to have a chat with other people about how much you dislike my appearance, or my skill as a player, or my religion, or whatever, then you can go and do that literally anywhere else on the internet. And I won't give a remote fuck. Just go somewhere else and do that. These rules aren't much different than the rules at, I don't know, every other workplace. Try going to a comedy club and heckle a performer. Go to a theater or a concert. What happens if you do that? You get thrown out. So why would it be different in Twitch chat? Like, why would it be any different at all? It's not that it's a safe space. It's that you're being a dick. It's unwanted. You're not being forced to sit there and watch a stream, nor are you obligated to leave a comment. You can simply just browse other streams to find something more suitable. It's just like, it's hilarious to think about some awkward situation where you're in your living room watching a TV show and you just hate the show so much, like the writing, the actor, the plot, whatever it is, you just hate that so much that you go and you write a letter to the creators of the show and you mail it to them or you email it or whatever the hell you do. You're just going out of your way to write this. That's how much you dislike it, and you're just sending it. Instead of, I don't know, pressing channel up and going to another TV station and just watching something else. It doesn't make sense to me why someone would go out of their way to do that. The way I look at it is, if you're going out of your way to leave a distasteful comment, it takes more work to do it than to not do it, then you're just being a dick, and you should stop. If you do not understand something, take the time to learn. If watching a Twitch broadcast is accessible to you, so is a search engine. I prefer Google, but there's lots. You could use Yahoo, you could use Bing, you can use Ask Jeeves if that's still around. Whatever floats your boat, dude. Don't sit around being lazy, spewing ignorant comments. Educate yourself. Let's walk through a scenario. So you're watching my stream. You notice I'm angry. You think to yourself, I think I'm going to go out of my way to write a comment to this broadcaster instead of closing the stream and finding something else. You notice I'm angry. Notice he gets angry. I'll write, lol. Why is this guy so angry? Baby rage. What a loser. Instead of pressing enter, think to yourself for a second. He seems angry. What can cause anger? I don't know. Let me look this up on Google. You read up and you get the definition that I mentioned earlier. Feelings of anger are a normal reaction to some situations beyond your control. They can also indicate that you're simply under too much stress. You think to yourself, he either feels that a situation is out of his control or is under too much stress. I'm going to avoid being a cunt and not make the situation worse. If you want to go and have a discussion elsewhere, such as with your friends privately, on a forum, or even on a Reddit thread, by all means, go and do that. If I want to read on such criticism, I will seek it out. If I do not want to read it, I will avoid it. I have that option to go out and read it or not to. Similar to how you have the option of clicking on my stream and watching it or not. I don't know if this will actually reach out to anyone and change their perspectives or outlook. I hope it does. I reckon I'll be receiving quite a bit of criticism over this video as well about how I'm no different than the other people I've been making examples of, or how I talk about other people on stream or on Twitter, for example, Worrell or Bogdan. These situations are completely different And I actually have already written up like rebuttals to what I think are criticisms I'm gonna get, but I don't think there's a place here for that. I really hope this does actually get through.